All right, everybody. Hey, it's the Fumbling Farmer here, Asia. Today is Mother's Day. I have been out of commission for a while. Last weekend I had laryngitis. Was it just last weekend? I think so. I had laryngitis and I could not talk. Like I sounded like this. It was a mess, right? I tried to go to work and teach for a day and then I couldn't talk and it was just terrible. Anyway, we're starting off on our deck because I got a couple of things on deck up here. You hear that? On the deck because it's on deck.
No.
Alright, so we're going to start off here. So I was really excited about growing these Kajari melon kind of things, but something ate them down there. And so I was like, all right, we're going to try again. And so I tried starting them in seeds this time. And then these are supposed to be some black-eyed Susan vine flowers, and they're not coming up. I planted them in the ground and they didn't come up, and then they didn't come up in here. So I think it's the seeds and not me. Sometimes if you pull them up, you can see roots forming, but no, I don't think it's anything. And this is going to be spaghetti squash. And then I have some zucchini and some yellow squash coming up here, which I end up not needing because I got impatient and bought them already, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, and then if you will follow me, oh, that's Anissa's green bean plant that she got from the gardening ladies at school, and she planted it and it's just doing fabulously. All right, and then if you follow me over here, these are just a pot full of thyme and basil and cilantro. It's raining over here a little bit, so things are a little bit hit by the rain. Oh, sorry. And cilantro, and then I got some chives still in there that are doing their things. And I've been slowly giving away pots of herbs over here. My neighbor came over the other day and she got some red Reuben basil and she got some thyme and sending stuff home. All right, let's go take a look at the lemon tree.
It's blooming.
So our lemon tree, it was inside the house. It had ants in the pot, and the ants, let's see if I can find a chewed up leaf for you, were like chewing up the leaves like crazy. And they still are, it looks like a little bit, because I think this is still current action. But if you look up here, there's like new growth and it has a little flower bud on it. So I think it's going to be okay. I want to repot it though and figure out how to get rid of those ants. All right, and then over here, move a chair. I have some more cilantro, and I have some curly parsley and some lettuce, and then what's this thing called?
I don't know.
Starts with an H.
Hibiscus?
Maybe. I don't know. Don't quote
Probably
me on
not.
that. No, I think you might be right. But anyway, some kind of flower that I forgot to bring it in on time in the winter, and it died all the way back, but it came back again, so I didn't kill it all the way. All right, make sure you're not videoing my butt. Okay, here we go. It's hard when you're the videographer and you're shorter than the person, because then you end up videoing.
Well, I'm getting taller.
All right, let's go down here. Look at this, y'all. Look at my corn and my beans.
So this is dead corn.
No, this is not dead corn. It just got a little bit bent over by something. I don't know what. But something runs
That's
through my
good
bed.
corn.
You gotta go slowly with this, otherwise it gets
Blurry.
really blurry.
Okay.
Yeah. So there definitely is something that likes to just run through my beds, and it knocks things over and kind of bends things. So there's like a green bean over there that bent. That corn was bent. This one is bent. But for the most part, the corns and the beans are doing pretty well. My husband's trying to plant grass, and the grass seeds get everywhere. So pulling grass seeds up my garden beds too. He's fine. His grass is looking pretty good. All right, and let's bring you over to the main part of the garden. Here we have tomatoes. So all of these tomatoes, well, most of these tomatoes in here I grew from seed. And so there's like some cherry tomatoes, and there's some big beefsteak tomatoes in here that are growing. And so I'm just really proud of these, because when I first planted them, they're like this big, and now they're just poking up. All right, so here's the deal with tomatoes, right? You want them to have one strong single stem in them. So if you look down here, You see how, yep, that was perfect right there. You see how there's this little thing coming up in between the main stem and this leaf? These are called suckers, and you can just pinch this sucker off. Get it? Pinch the sucker off. If you wanted to, you can stick this in some water or something and grow it probably. Tomatoes just grow like crazy. But it's really important when you're growing tomatoes to keep track of that sucker growth and just try to pinch it off whenever you can. Now I'm going to tell you one mistake I already made with this garden. One mistake, there's lots of mistakes, y'all, is that I planted this in the middle here where it's going to be really hard for me to reach. So these are going to be hard for me to manage because I'm trying to reach through the cages to them, because I see some sucker growth. Oh lordy. Here. Oh!
This is hard to get the key.
Yep. I see sucker growth there and that one in between. And so it'll be hard to like manage that as the plants get bigger. But I'm just gonna come through and kind of pinch off any little suckers I see growing. Because what the suckers will do is they will take away energy from the main plant. Alright, this plant right here is the one plant that I bought from a store, and it is a Sun Sugar Yellow Cherry Tomato. I think I planted one of these last year, and it ended up getting attacked by bugs and going away, but when it gave us fruit, they were so good. So there's that one. All right, then come on over this way. Okay, in this bed right here are my spicy peppers. Spicy peppers, okay? So these are, actually, I don't know if Cubanelles are spicy. I have to figure that out. But the Big Jim chilies back here are spicy. And y'all, I'm like super proud of these peppers because like I grew them from a seed, like it was a seed, like it was a little tiny seed. I put it in a cup and then I put it and I replanted it, and then and now it looks like that. Now it looks like that. And I did that. Right? That's really cool. So I'm really proud of myself for those. And then there's, I don't know if you remember from my last video, but 2 random tomato plants in there. Okay. Then we have acorn squash over here growing.
This?
Nope. This.
Yeah, this.
Yep, acorn squash is growing up there. I'm going to have it grow up the trellis, hopefully. There's 4 plants? Nope, 3 plants of acorn squash growing. I'm the only one in my family who likes acorn squash. So I'm just growing it for me. But I love to like cut it in half. You put some butter and you put some brown sugar on it, put it in the oven, cook it. And then last year I found a recipe for, you make turkey chili inside the butternut squash. So you like cook the chili, like you brown the meat and everything separate, but then you mix everything together and then you bake it with the cheese on top of it in a butternut squash. Oh, so good. I had like butternut squash for breakfast and for dessert. So like I had the turkey chili, acorn squash, not butternut squash. Turkey. Anissa just told me I'm talking too much. Acorns, but it's my video channel song. It's my channel. I can talk if I want to. So we're gonna get dripped on out here too because it's raining. But acorn squash for dinner, and then I had acorn squash for dessert too. It was lovely. All right, come on over here. Let's look at my cucumbers.
These spike things?
Ooh, let me squash this, buddy. Okay, look at that sucker right there. He's dead now. All right, so these guys will come along. I think they're like leaf-footed insects or squash bugs or something like that, and they will tear up your food. All right, so the nice thing about them is that when they're young, they are bright red. And so they're easy to see. So we try to come out here every morning. I come out here and I do an inspection. If I see any bright red bugs, I just squash them right on there, and then I leave their bodies for their siblings to see.
Mommy,
As a warning.
that's a bit gruesome.
Well, don't eat my plants. Anyway, so here we have cucumbers. These 2 cucumbers on the end that are a little bit bigger. This one right here. And this one over here I got from the Briggs Community Garden, like our local community garden that we have here. They had a plant sale.
Sorry,
And I got
it's
them
hard
from
to
there.
finagle.
Okay, and then these I just bought from a store, but I had noticed by accident after I bought them that I had bought the bush variety, so I don't know if it's gonna even go up this trellis kind of thing. So we got cucumbers here, and then we have cucumbers on the other side of this, but those ones that I got from the box store are all from what you call it, they're all the bush variety. All right, over here is my blueberry bushes. They did okay. Like I said, they're still forming some blueberry. Like the blueberries are still turning blue.
They're small.
Yeah, they're small. Here's another bunch here. Last year I had a big bunch, but I heard someplace that like most fruiting plants do every other year is their huge bumper crop. So here's some here. Some blueberries. So maybe this just isn't my bumper crop year. And here's my fig tree, in case y'all were wondering how that's doing.
Ah.
It's hanging on. A little leaf hopper there. Well,
Oh, these little things. These are cute.
yeah.
Ah.
Alright.
It hopped away.
And then over here, that's what they do, is some strawberries.
Yummy.
So the first round of strawberries, something ate all my strawberries. But we're getting kind of second set of flowers going on there now. So we'll see how it happens. The birds love it. The birds just be over there doing their thing. You don't gotta walk through the trellis, you know. Okay. And then here we have carrots. Sorry, everything looks a little beat down because of the rain. Carrots. And these are radishes. The greens look pretty good. I found one of those little red bugs on them yesterday, so I still like to come through and just kind of inspect and see what's going on. Alright. I put some bee balm in here just because. Oh, look, there's a daggone slug. Come here, sucker.
Ew, ew, ew.
Come here, sucker. Okay, I tossed him over the fence. Okay, this is thyme right here. That's more bee balm. And then these are 2 random zucchinis because I ran out of space otherwise. Okay, then over here,
These are
garlic. Uh-huh. I don't think I showed you my garlic up there. But these are like the garlic scapes. This is a scape, and then this is going to open up into the garlic flower kind of thing. If you really want the garlic to form the bulbs, you're supposed to cut these off so the energy goes into forming the bulb underground. But I really want to see what the flower looks like.
Maybe you just like cut one of them and then let one of them flower.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so this one here is, I got it from the garden shop. It's a Cocozelle squash. Oh, this is my rosemary. It's supposed to be over there. Oh well. And then these are all zucchinis in here. And I'm going to be growing the zucchinis vertically, which is why I hope planting them this close together is okay. But as they grow, I will be trimming off the lower leaves and kind of tying them to a stake, and they'll grow up and up. Okay? And then, here's my red cabbages still. They're kind of jacking up my flow a little bit because I want this bed to be something else, but they are still doing something. They're not like bolting or anything, so I want to give them a chance to do what they want to do because they are forming a little head inside.
Ow! It got wet.
All right, these 2 squashes here are summer squashes, straight neck yellow squashes. I'm also going to be growing these up, so I'm actually going to be tying these up soon. I'm going to cut off these lower branches here, and then I'm going to attach them to the poles so that they can grow up. Oh, I see a red bug. I'm going to go red bug hunting.
Where? Right there. Oh, there are 2, Mommy. There are 3. There are 4. Actually, there are tons of them. Right there under that leaf. Here.
Did I get it? No. Okay. Oh, this is Miss Fury's eggplant. This is my friend's eggplant, and the bugs seem to be loving it. I'm gonna ask her what she wants to, if she wants me to keep just pinching it off or if she wants me to put something on it. Because I do have stuff I could put on it. Alright, let's check these. Anyway, I think I got the 3 that were on there. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh Lord, oh Lord, that's cold. Okay.
I told you I should have found my jacket.
Alright, in here, I think I'm just gonna pull this up. I'm done being nice.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So in here's my peppers thing. So here's the deal with my peppers thing, right? These are the first round of peppers that I made. When I put them outside, it was still cold outside. It was getting a lot of rain, and I wasn't going outside consistently to check on the little cups that I had potted them in. So they would get like frozen and then scorched in the sun in the daytime and then drowned by water. They were just sitting there in water in their tray. And so the little pots that I planted, they didn't do great. They were like really struggling in life. And so I was like, well, let me just try potting them and see what happens, planting them in the ground and see what happens. I planted them in the ground. They didn't do great either. And I really do want some sweet peppers this year, like the spicy peppers. I'm glad they're doing well, but we're kind of a sweet pepper. We eat sweet peppers more than spicy peppers. So I kept some of the sweet peppers. I'm going to show you. Like, this is one of my original sweet peppers, right? This is the basil, original basil. But these are the store sweet peppers. This is my basil. See how it just looks like it's struggling? This is the sweet pepper that, if you remember from my earlier videos, it was planted with using the worm casting soil. This one was planted using just the peat pots. So you can still see the difference, but neither of them are doing really well after I traumatized them. So I just got a bunch of bell peppers out here, and then a couple random tomato plants, which honestly I think I am going to end up pulling up. I just couldn't in the moment because they were so cute and small and stuff. But that one fell over, and I guess as these ones start falling over, I'll probably end up pulling them up too. All right, let's go on back there. Those are stuff that I grew in the pots that didn't do well, but some of it is coming back now. Like this basil is kind of coming back now. I don't know, something's eating it. All right, and looking over here, you know what these are, y'all?
Tomatoes?
Potatoes.
Oh, I was close enough.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. These are potatoes, y'all.
They are cute.
Yep. And so, if you look in here, the dirt is actually probably around here in this pot. And then I've filled up inside with grass clippings. I see a slug. Let's get this guy out of there. I filled up this guy with grass clippings. Another slug. It's wet out here, so they're gonna be happy. It's a good time to come out here slug hunting. All right, I found one red bug back here. These were the first plants that I noticed the red bugs on. Were the potato plants. Okay. And these are actually just potatoes that I forgot in a bag in my house, and they had sprouted. So I just cut off the different eyes on them, and I planted them. Ooh. Yep.
This one right there. Did you get it?
This one's gotten, yeah.
Did you get one in the stem? That one?
Yeah. Yeah. And I found out, y'all, that I got over being squeamish about bugs real fast because they will demolish your crop, and after you put all that time trying to put it together, it gets really frustrating to have something come along and just eat it just like that. One of the first years I was gardening, I saw the eggs at the bottom of the plant, and they're really cute. They're like little circles, and they're nice, like even rows and everything, so they're satisfying to look at. And I was like, oh, let me let them grow and see what happens. And so I let it grow and I let them hatch, and I was super excited when they hatched because I'm like, oh, they're so cute and they're bright red and they're so pretty. And I let them grow up, and then they like ate everything, and I was like, oh heck no, this ain't gonna happen. Never again. And so now, like, whenever I see them, I come out and pinch. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, this right here is a dwarf tomato plant. It's supposed to grow golden dwarf champion. I got this from the Briggs Community Garden too. when I went, it seems to be doing pretty good. All right. Let's keep going. Look at this sweet little flower. This is a viola.
It's so hard to handle, Mommy. I don't like the stick thingy.
And I have it in here with
Strawberries?
Yes. Yep. All right. And then over here we have the mint is growing up nice and big. One thing I found is that the mint attracts those red bugs too. So I come over and I just pinch them off on the mint, which I really like that it goes to this rather than my more sensitive plants. All right, and then over here we have our lettuce. Lettuce after rain looks rough because it's all splashed up on and everything. Like everything in here looks rough right now.
It looks better in the sun.
It does look better when it's just sunny out and it's had a chance to perk up. But this is spinach. And here is some lettuce. And over there is lettuce. And these are chives. Here.
Look what I
and
grabbed.
cilantro is here.
That mint
So,
is really strong. You can
yeah.
smell it.
All right. And I think that's pretty much brings us to the end of, oh, watermelon. I always forget the watermelon bed. Come on, let's go traveling across the lawn. We got to walk through the trellis. I'll walk through this as much as I can. It's only for short people though. Tall people, you got to watch your head. Okay, come along, come along, come along.
You still my garden?
Okay, past the green beans again. Here's my peas, by the way. So they're growing up pretty nice and big in this pot. I think I'm gonna get like a small.
I don't know. It's swingling.
I'm gonna get a small harvest out of this,
No.
but I'm probably not gonna get a big harvest out of that. But that's okay. It's an experiment. All right, here's Anissa's garden. Hers is kind of like the wild garden sort of thing. Here's some lamb's ear getting ready.
I love my lamb's ear.
And then there's tons of black-eyed Susans. These are balloon flowers here. These we got to cut back. It was some bush that was growing in here. I couldn't get the roots out, but the leaves still grow. And then her coral plant in the back there is pretty. And then these are something that's like Lyanthus or something like that. It has really pretty nice tall stalks of flowers. We got to put something in that space there.
Oh, I didn't look at that.
Yeah, it's empty and it's all filled with weeds. Okay, and then Nyla's garden is coming along.
Little sunflowers.
She's got her zinnias. These are zinnias. And then her morning glory is growing up the vine. And then we planted these little celosia thingies just to fill in some space there. And she has her robin. Oh, the robins are hiding. Look.
Those are cardinals, not robins.
Cardinals, whatever. Oh, they took their fight away from us. They're like, you're not gonna watch our fight. Okay. Here's our watermelons. Okay, so these are watermelons here. Okay. These are cosmos because we had flowers just planted in here. Just the gate, it's okay. Okay. And these are borage.
Mommy, you gotta talk a little bit louder.
Okay. Why? Because of the thingy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then our neighbor gave us the peach tree. It's doing a little bit sad, but I think that there is like fresh. I think it's kind of putting out new leaves, maybe like these little ones here. So hopefully it'll be okay. Here's some more watermelons. And then these are sunflowers here that are bending over kind of crazy. So I just have the whole bed is just watermelon, sunflowers, and borage. All right, come on. Let's do a front garden tour too.
No, Mommy, it's
On the
cold.
side here, I have my rose bushes. These are dahlias. They always grow up big and tall and crazy. I'm gonna have to. I gotta tie that one up. And then there's, I don't know what these are.
But we have
What
a
are
lot
these
of them.
called? They have the big tall things. Oh Lord, I'm gonna remember it after this video's over. But they're really pretty. Anyway, I don't know what this is. It might be a weed or might not, but the leaves are soft and so I left it. I have my lamb's ear down there. These are some kind of allium there. And black-eyed Susans there. And then here we have My snapdragons, they're kind of getting over their first bloom. I gotta come out and snip some of them down, let them grow up. Snapdragons are my favorite flower because they do this. You ready? Hello, how are you? My name is Snap. Last name, Dragon. What's your name? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I love that. I come out here and I talk with them and they talk back. Okay. My hydrangea there is struggling a little bit. I gotta give it something. I don't know what yet. And then my lilies here. And I just planted impatiens. And I love the dark colored leaves on those. Okay. And then this pot right here, I planted some bulbs in there you can see coming up. And then I also planted some foxglove that Anissa actually grew from seed.
Yeah, I love foxglove.
So we'll see what it does.
Mommy, it's cold.
Okay, you can go inside.
But I don't want to go inside. I want to stay recording. Okay, well, I'm going to be here.
Okay, so along the back here is a bunch of hostas, and then this red leaf plant, I forgot what it's called, and some more lilies and hellebores, and then my gigantic, what do you call it? Hostas by my front door. I love them actually so much. They make me really happy. All right. This right here is a delphinium that I grew from seed. Let's see if there's any slugs. Grr, look at that slug sucker. Okay, after I'm gonna come put some slug bait stuff out here. And then just all my flower pots, marigolds and more foxglove, chrysanthemums and creeping jennies. Another bucket full of snapdragons, some more flowers here. And then over here I have some big like mallow plants or whatever I think they are. They have like the really big flowers once they get bigger.
Mommy,
and some hydrangeas. I got a little rosemary and some more hostas. That's my bleeding heart down there, but it's kind of dying back now. Lavender here. This hosta has its flowers coming out in the buds. And coming along here. All right, let's keep going. These are violets. Yep, and they're kind of technically a weed. I don't let them get too much farther into the bed, but I do love their sweet little flowers when they go. All right, and then we're gonna walk over to the last little space. And this is kind of my shade garden because it gets a whole bunch of shade. But this hosta with the lovely leaves, I just love hostas. And this one over here, I just like all the different like variegations on the leaves and the variety that you can have. That hellebore like loves that spot. And then there's some calla lilies or canna lilies. And there's some chrysanthemums up in there. There's a little azalea in there that's not too happy. And sedum in there. And y'all, look at this. Look at this crazy violet right here. Like, it's just hanging on for dear life on the side of our deck. All right. And then finally, this is my last planted thing, is my little basket here with my ivy. And I put in some more of those. And that leaves us overlooking our garden and the end of our tour. I hope that you enjoyed our tour today. If you're a mother watching this today, that's kind of what I want to do. I told them I want to sit in bed and watch garden videos today. That's going to be my Mother's Day relaxation. Then I hope that you get a chance to do what you want to do today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and happy gardening, y'all.